People. A few days ago, I was messaging with a friend of mine, and a channel came through that I want to actually read. Um, I'm still learning about the format of my videos and what I share with everybody. I've just been working on some of the long format videos for YouTube, and those are all really personal, and so I'm in a highly emotional place right now. But if you stick around, if you check videos, the past ones on TikTok, or you check out YouTube or Instagram, you'll see. I'm an empath, so I feel things very deeply. And when I talk about something, I'm not telling it like it's in the past. I'm experiencing it again. And it's the same when I interact with people, that I can feel how they feel about what they're struggling with, what they're sharing with me, or if they're trying to mask it. I can feel what's underneath. I can see the mask and what's being presented, and then I can feel what is underneath. So I'm going to be getting really emotional in these because I'm trying to be more authentic and to share more of what I know, of what I experience, and what I know so many of you are experiencing as well, or about to experience, because we are going through a mass awakening of human beings. So here goes. The darkness can only exist if the light chooses to hide. Light has no choice but to shine, give life, and clarify. But as humans, we have free will and choice. So humans, we choose to hide the light or the truth, and so creating more existence of the darkness in this world. So as humans, we choose to lie, or we choose to hide our emotions, or we choose to not be forthcoming. And in doing that, we're choosing to hide the light, therefore creating more existence of the darkness in the world. So there is no darkness until I create it. There is no shadow until I create it, because I are beings of pure light. More room for it to exist. And just like the light, it naturally grows. Like a lie begets a lie. Once you choose to dwell in, create room for the darkness to exist, it will grow and grow until you choose to stop. Until you bring the truth to the light, until you are forthcoming about your emotions, until you stop self-judging. I'm working now on being very authentic. So I meet new people, and I am like if I want to flirt with you, you're either going to love it or you're going to think that guy's insane. If I want to be friends with you, you're going to know for sure the level that I want the friendship to be, because I'm not holding back anymore. I'm not going to self-judge. I'm not going to think I'm too much. I'm not going to play any kind of games and be like, oh, what people do when they date, right? Don't call yet, or wait, or don't send too many messages, or don't be too available. Forget that. That's ridiculous. Do not play games with life, with what you want to do, with how you feel to express yourself. Don't. You created space for the darkness to exist in your life by denying what you know or believe to be true, by lying to yourself about the reality that was in your mind, or the 3D projection of life that you are experiencing as a human being here on earth. So make a new choice. Choose to stop creating shadow, to stop hiding or denying you the truth. And the moment that you do, the darkness around it and that it led to will begin to dismantle. The darkness will destroy itself because it only exists because you are choosing to allow it and because you started it. Sometimes one might not even be aware that they are choosing that. They might not actually know that they are lying or hiding. They're just going along with the programming that they have received from childhood on how to be and what to do and what is expected of them. So nothing I say is in judgment or meant to offend anyone. We all have our own reasoning and justification mechanisms that we use to navigate life here and to exist and find happiness or create ideal circumstances. And some can be aware and choose it anyway. Every soul has its destiny in and through life. So knowing that we are threads weaving the fabric of experience as humans alive on earth should be enough for you to center yourself around when you are challenged to forgive or accept things that seem unfavorable to your own experience. Let me read that paragraph again. And some can be aware and choose it anyway. Every soul has its destiny in and through life. So knowing that we are all threads weaving the fabric of experience as humans alive on earth should be enough for you to center yourself around when you are challenged to forgive or accept things that seem unfavorable to your experience. First, they only seem unfavorable. There aren't actually bad things happening to you. There are false agreements and false beliefs that you have that are being destroyed. And especially when you put those in others, when you put the power in another to tell you how to be, to tell you what to do. Oh, I have to do this because that's what my mom said, or that's the way I was trained, or that's the way I was raised. If it works for you, you can choose it anyway, even if you know it's not completely true or partially false. But when you place it in another, that's where the pain comes. That's where the sadness of the loss of a friendship or a death comes in because of these attachments and these false agreements. So if you're experiencing a lot of change, shift, surrender, loss in your life, if there's a lot of darkness around you, you can start within, making different choices, being more authentic, saying how you feel, not judging yourself. You can also then look externally, but fix yourself first. Don't be pointing at other people. If you're not your own idea of perfection, then you're not doing your best, and you can do better. So practice at that first, and then you can really demand more from the people in your life. But when you know you're less than perfect in your own agreements, in your own way, not you're less than perfect according to a book or somebody telling you how to be, but if you believe you could be better, then you have to be. And then once you are, you can demand more from others and you can create a boundary. Yes, maybe 6 months ago I wasn't this, but now I am. And therefore, this situation is no longer acceptable for me. Create your boundaries. Live in your truth. Stay authentic. Don't live in the dark. Don't choose the dark. Don't create the dark. The darkness will come. Things will happen. Just keep going. Don't stay there. Honor it. Let it come up. I've cried a lot lately, but I think it honors the relationship that I'm mourning, to cry, to let myself be sad that I've lost my best friend, because the business and the house and, just my reputation, my everything I built, it was like, it was difficult to do because of the fear of how do I replace this, or what am I going to do? But it wasn't sad. It didn't, it didn't hurt. But unweaving myself from my partner is sad. That was my best friend. And you love somebody as perfectly as you can, and you enjoy them, and they're your friend, and then one day they're just gone. And you're just supposed to be fine. I mean, honestly, I think it's the most ridiculous thing, the way that human beings end relationships and then just exit someone's life, just disappear. I think it's weak. I think it's pathetic. If you're not strong enough to transition the relationship, to keep the things that are good, to let go of the romance, to remain friends, and maybe you didn't surrender in time, and so things got worse and worse till you hate the person, Again, everybody has their own journey, so nothing I say is in judgment. But pretty much, the reality for most of us is that either, we end it or they end it, and they're just gone. It's just over. And some start dating immediately, some take years to mourn it, some never get over it. My grandma died of a broken heart. She never got over it. But she didn't choose to either. She didn't choose to face it and do the work. She didn't choose to heal. So I honor my relationship by shedding tears, by coming here and being so vulnerable in this way, because I know it's happening to other people. And I know that there's got to be a lot of people that agree with me that it's ridiculous to spend years of your life building a life, weaving a fabric with someone, and then they're just gone. Just gone. I think it's healthier to let the space grow naturally. But it's hard. And usually when someone gives up, they don't want to try anymore. They don't want anything hard to do with you anymore. But I've said since I was 20 You romance somebody and woo them into a relationship, so you better be freaking ready to hold their hand and walk them out of it. They have their own responsibility to surrender, to heal, but you don't just get to end your responsibility with a few words and the wave of your hand. And I guarantee you, if that's the way you've been living and ending relationships with people, it's just going to come back. You're going to be in the same position. So you might as well grow your emotional intelligence. And, if you have to end things, fine. End it in a healthy way. And then work with them. Work with it through them. Work with them through it. Good luck.